Hello and welcome to the first game of the round of 64 of the 2018-2019 NCAA tournament. This is the first game in the East, and we have the North Carolina Central Eagles taking on the number 1 seed, the Duke Blue Devils. North Carolina won their first round game, their game against North Dakota State 92-90 to reach the final 64 round of 64, and the starting lineups are for North Carolina: point guard Jordan Perkins, small forward Jibri Blount, center Rasheem Davis, power forward Zachary Douglas, and shooting guard Randy Miller Jr. For the Blue Devils, point guard is Trey Jones, small forward Jack White, the center is Marquise Bolin, power forward is Zion Williamson, and the shooting guard is RJ Barnett. Now, I've made a slight alteration to the game for this game, see how it goes. And the shot clock on the NBA is 24 seconds and it's 35 for college. So it works out that for the NBA games, it's 30 cards per 2 minutes. So I've reduced it to 24 cards per 2 minutes, just to allow for the difference in time. Just see how different it makes the game. If it's too big of a difference, then I'll put them back. But anyway, here we go. The jump ball is going to be between Rasheem Davis and Zion Williams, and +1 to the power to the and it goes to the PF. They're equal, and so the seeded team, the lowest seeded team, is Duke, and so they will get the ball, and it goes to the power forward Zion Williamson. So the shooting arrow goes to, the possession arrow will go to North Carolina. So here we go. Lane violation, out of bounds, turnover is by Jack White, and so North Carolina take over. Passes across to the shooting guard, Randy Miller Jr., who will shoot 16, and it's good. So Randy Miller Jr. gets the first points on the board, and the Eagles take a 2-point lead. The pass is gone to Jack White. Jack White looks up and he passes over to Zion Williams, who will take a shot. 56, that's good. So Zion Williamson gets his first points of the game, and we're all tied up at 2. Pass goes to the point guard Jordan Perkins. Perkins passes it to Blount. Blount then moves it over to Randy Miller Jr., who must shoot, and that's a 25. He's a 47. 15 minus 4 is 9, and then 6 more is 15 off. That's 32. So the shot is just good. So Randy Miller Jr. gets his second basket of the game. Ball is with Jack White. Jack White looks up and passes it over to RJ Barnett, who runs down the court and will shoot 61. That's not good enough. Barnett misses the shot. There is a rebound. Let me just stop there because I'm using the wrong cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards. Let's move them down. I'm used to using the ones above. So I need to take 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the rebound is to the small forward Jibri Blount, who will fast break, and they're using D on the fast break. 13 on a D is the small forward shoots and scores, so Yuri Blount scores, and it's a 6-2 lead early for North Carolina. Bolden has the ball for Duke. Consult the Z chart. Visiting point guard must rest. So Jordan Perkins has to come off. And Rashaan London is going to come in his place. He will have to work through that. Point guard has it. So Trey Jones has the ball. Passes it over to RJ Burnett, who must shoot. 77, that's going to be a miss. So that's 2 missed opportunities for Burnett, and the rebound goes to SF. Add 4 to the defender, so that's 24 against 23. So Yuri Blount gets the defensive rebound. That's his second defensive rebound of the game, and he passes it over to Rashaan Jones. And there's the first 2 minutes up. Ball is swung over to the point guard, who then passes it back to Rashaan Jones, who must shoot, Davis, who must shoot. 4 blocked if C is a B1, which he is. So Rashaan Davis shoots and misses because of the block by Marquis Bolden, and the result of the block is the offensive power forward Douglas picks up the ball, swings it over to the shooting guard Miller, who will shoot. 49. He's going to miss, but he's fouled. If his foul drawing is greater than 24, which it isn't, so Miller misses, and the rebound is picked up by the high center, who is going to be Rashaan Jones. So an offensive rebound for Jones. 2 and A3. He is a 2, so he will shoot. 5 blocked if any defender is a B2 plus. Zion Williams is a 6, Bolden is a 9, so we'll give it to Bolden. So Davis shoots, Bolden blocks his second block, and again the power forward picks up the ball, Douglas, switches it over to the point guard Rashaan London, who will run down the court with it. Then he'll swing it over to the shooting guard Miller, who must shoot. 36, he's 20, he was 6 the previous card, so that's 2, 8 to take off, that's 39, so that basket is good. Randy Miller's 4th shot and his 3rd basket, and North Carolina have an 8-2 lead. Marquis Bolden has the ball, moves it over to the shooting guard Barrett. Barrett looks up, passes over to point guard Trey Jones, who must shoot. 69, and that is too high, so Trey Jones' shot is missed. Defensive out of bounds, team rebound for the defense. So there's a defensive foul. 13. We haven't got him on the court, so Jack White for Duke, the first team foul. And from the sidelines, Yuri Blount has the ball, brings it up the court and has a shot, and is in the act of shooting with a foul 1. That's RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett picks up a foul. Did the ball go in the basket? 42. Yes, it did. So the 2 points is good, and that gives them a 10-2 lead. So Yuri Blount and his extra point from the 3-4 line. 23 is good. And so North Carolina take an 11-2 lead against number 1 seed Duke. Passes to the power forward, Zion Williams, who will shoot. 65. Blocked if we've got any B8 blocks, and we don't, so that is good. So Zion Williams, his second basket, he's scored all the points so far for Duke. And there's a defensive foul. 95, and that's not on, and so Zion Williams picks up his first foul. Zion Williamson picks up his first foul, and we're on the sideline. Pass over to Rashawn London. London then passes it to Rashawn Davis, who passes it back to London, and London must shoot. 62 is not good. He's going to miss that. Highest shooting guard +4. So 8. That's going to be a defensive rebound by Barrett. And Duke take over. There's a defensive foul on the way up the court, and that is 34. Yeri Blount. So Blount. That's the first team foul for North Carolina off the sidelines. Pass goes to the point guard, Trey Jones, for a shot. 35 blocked if there's a B5, and there isn't, so Trey Jones hits his first, and Duke are now 11-6 behind. So the point guard, Rashawn London, has the ball, passes it to Yeri Blount, who will shoot, and that shot is missed. The defensive center, Marcus Bolden, picks up the defensive rebound, and Duke start up the court. Passes it to the shooting guard, Barrett. Barrett will pass it over to Trey Jones. Trey Jones will pass it to Williamson, who shoots. 86, that's a miss. And the rebound is the highest defensive rebounder, who is Rashawn Davis. And North Carolina have possession. The ball over to Randy Miller. Consult the Z. Visitors, power forward, the lowest ranked team of the visitors, therefore that would be North Carolina. So the power forward has to take a rest, Zachary Douglas. Jordan Perkins can come back in, but he's a point guard obviously, so they're going to bring him in, take Rashawn London out. We need a forward, so Roderick Taylor is going to come in, and while we're at it, we'll look at I'm going to bring RJ Barrett out. So we need a shooting guard. So that's going to be Bressner coming in. So the ball goes to Roderick Taylor. Switches over to Randy Miller Jr., who is then fouled in the act of shooting by 64. We don't have him. Therefore, it's Bressner just come on the court, and that's the first foul for him. And North Carolina will start again, and Miller Jr. has it. There's a lane violation there though by Roderick Taylor. A line violation, steps on the line and turns the ball over. The ball is with Trey Jones as Duke come up the court, passed over to Bresner. Bresner switches it back to Trey Jones, who shoots at the buzzer. 73, and that's a miss. Zion Williamson has the offensive rebound, and he will switch it over to Trey Jones. Trey Jones will move it to Jack White, and Jack White will put it back to Trey Jones, who again must shoot at the buzzer. 41. So the last number was 33, so that's going to take him very low there. So he shoots and misses, and the rebound will go to the highest shooting guard. But two added on, but it's still going to be Bresser, sorry. So he will get the ball, and he'll go the court. Looks around the court. He's still got this, driving into the D, drops the ball off to Trey Jones, who shoots, and that's an air ball from Trey Jones. And so North Carolina, the defensive center Rasheem Davis takes the rebound and double dribbles it and gives it straight back to Duke. So Duke have the ball, choice over 32 plus. Well, they don't have anybody at that, so it'll go to Zion Williams, and at that point Duke will call a timeout. RJ Barrett has done his time. They're going to bring Bolden out to rest. And they're going to bring Jack White out as well. They're going to bring Vrankovic in at centre and O'Connell in at small forward. Zachary Douglas has sat out, so he can come back in at power forward. We need somebody to come in at centre. So we're going to bring in Roderick Taylor. He's a big lad. So Duke over to the centre. Vrankovic switches it out to Zion Williamson, who then switches it over to RJ Barrett, who will shoot. It's missed, but it can be blocked if we've got a B2, which we do. So Zachary Douglas blocks, so RJ Barrett misses. Zachary Douglas blocks, and the result of the block is the offensive power forward Zion Williams picks up the ball, switches it over to Trey Jones, the point guard, who will shoot, and he will go for a three-pointer. 27 is just outside, so he misses the three-pointer. Would have been in if it had been a two-pointer, and the rebound is the highest guard. So 12, 11, 22. So it's going to come to RJ Barrett for the offensive rebound, and he will take a shot. Here's 6. No, he's going to pass it off for an open shot. So we'll pass that off to the small forward O'Connell. So that's 58-68, and the shot is a 73. So it still didn't make it. Fouled if the small forward shooters. It's fouled by if the shooter is a 16 or over, and it isn't. So O'Connell misses looked for a better chance on the open shot and didn't get it. Rebound is the high centre, adding 10 to the defence, so Roderick Taylor takes that. And North Carolina come up the court. Over to Zachary Douglas, who switches it to Jordan Perkins. Jordan Perkins then passes it to the centre. Roderick, he must shoot. 93 is fouled if his PD is greater than 15, and it isn't, so Taylor just shoots and misses. And then the rebound goes to the defensive power forward Zion Williams for a fast break. We are using A for Duke. 75 is just a defense get back. Passes over to the shooting guard Barrett. Barrett across to the small forward O'Connell. And then he is fouled in the act of shooting by 99. I suspect, oh, we have Roderick Taylor. So Roderick Taylor fouls, second team foul. Now, does he score? 82, he does not score, so he's going to get 2 shots. Roderick Taylor fouls Alex O'Connell, and Alex O'Connell will go to the free throw line. He is a 76 on free throws. First one is a miss, second one is good. So he plants the second one, and the score is now 11-7. Over to the point guard Perkins. Pass to the choice of 12, and we don't have anybody with 12, so I'll go to Yuri Blount, and Yuri Blount will then pass to the centre Roderick Taylor, who will shoot. 92, that's going to be a miss. And the power forward will pick it up, Zachary Douglas, and he will shoot. 69, and that is also a miss. Zachary Douglas, and we now need to readjust the deck, so we'll be back shortly for the second part of the first half of this game. So Marquise Bolden is coming back in for Duke, and Machine Jones is coming back in. Machine Davis is coming back in for North Carolina Central. We're going to bring Zion Williams out because he needs to get the rest in. Jack White can come back in too. So Alex Connell comes back out. So we need a power forward. So Javin Delorier is coming in. So here we go. Oh, Douglas is found in net shooting by 24. That is Marquise Bolden. That's his first foul of the game. Did he score? 6 blocked if we got a B12, and we just taken the B12 off, I think, haven't we? No, we haven't. We haven't got anybody that high. So he does score. Zachary Douglas gets his first basket, and he gets a free throw as well that he misses, and it goes out of bounds. And Duke pick up the ball. So the point guard Trey Jones has the ball, and he looks up, consult the Z chart. Visiting point guard must go out, so Jordan Perkins has to come out. Rashawn London comes back in. Trey Jones advances at the court and switches it over to RJ Barrett, who will shoot. 39, let's have a look. 17 minus 12 gets 5. 8. So that's 46. So that is good. RJ Barrett hits the basket. And the shooting from open court has not been good. 4 of 13. And then there's been 1 3-pointer as well. So Rashawn Davis takes the pass and then switches it over to Rashawn London, consulting the Z chart again. Trap has 1 less advance, so he must shoot now. 5, which is good, but Trey Jones, has he got a 6? He doesn't, so that is good. Rashawn London makes the basket. And the score is now 15-9. Shooting guard RJ Barrett. I'm going to consult the Z-Talk. Technical foul by the home coach, so obviously said something he shouldn't have done. He's not very happy, and the referee rings him up with a T, and we're going to take Randy Miller is going to take the extra free throw for the technical. We're looking at 81 and it's an 82. He's missed it. There's a rebound. Highest SG had 1. So 8. So that's going to be RJ Barrett gets the defensive rebound for Duke, and Duke will move up. Oh, stop. There is no rebound. It's a technical foul. So that goes back, and North Carolina get the ball. So it goes over to Rashawn Jones, who will shoot. 2 blocked if they've got a B11, and we don't have a B11, so Rashawn Jones gets that. And 17-9. Duke trail by 8. Marquis Bolden shoots, and he's fouled in the act of shooting by 90. Well, he's not on the court, so Rasheem Davis gets the foul, and that's the 3rd team foul. Does he score? 78? No, he doesn't. So Bolden will get 2 free throws. And we're looking at 72. 47 is good. 47 is good. So Marquis Bolden hits both. And North Carolina take over the possession. Pass comes over to Randy Miller Jr., who then passes back to Rasheem Davis. He will then drive to the basket and he will score. So 19-11, and North Carolina call their 2nd timeout. Perkins has sat out and he will come back in. At point guard, Zion Williams will come back in. And Trey Jones will go out. And Jordan Goldwire will come in. North Carolina will substitute Yeri Blount and bring in Larry Knight. And North Carolina bring the ball into play, and it's Jordan Perkins who switches the ball over to Larry McKnight, who has to shoot, and it's not good enough. Larry Knight misses. The rebound is the highest guard, which is RJ Barrett. So a defensive rebound for the Blue Devils, and Barrett brings the ball up the court. We're going to consult the Z chart. Small forward must come out. Jack White is just come back in, but he's going to go out again. And Alex O'Connell comes back in again. The ball is switched to Goodwire, who then drops it off to Zion Williams, who must shoot 30. So that's 28 minus 11, 17, plus 5 is 22. So that brings him down to 54. So that is a good shot. So Zion gets his third, and 19-13 is now the score. Ball goes over to Perkins. Offensive foul. And that offensive foul is 40. Not in the court, so it's the highest foul drawing. We've got a 10.3, we've got a 14, Randy Miller. Randy Miller draws the offensive foul. And this comes back over to Duke, so the Blue Devils. Passing over to the shooting guard, who will shoot, right? RJ Barrett. 55, he'll miss. Ball blocked if we got a B7. But of course it doesn't matter because he missed it. RJ Barrett. Defensive power forward Douglas sets off on a fast break. 58 on a D. The defense of Duke get back, and he switches it to the small forward, who is McKnight. McKnight looks up, passes it to Perkins, and he double dribbles, and Zion Williamson will bring the ball up the court. He drives the full length of the court and shoots, and it is good. So Williamson, 4 of his 5 attempts, and North Carolina called a timeout. Yuri Blount comes back into the side. Trey Jones is back in. Randy Miller has still got to sit out. Let's have a look. Have we got a shooting guard? Reggie Gardner Jr. is going to come in for Randy Miller. Now we're going to bring John Guerra in. So here we go. Zion Williamson has just put the basket down. Perkins has the ball. Switches it to Guerra. And there's a lane violation there by Blount when didn't control the ball. So he loses the ball, and the Blue Devils have the ball back. O'Connell bringing the ball up the court. Switches it to Zion Williams, who will drive to the basket, pass it to Trey Jones, and Trey Jones will shoot, and he will miss. Rebound is the offensive center. So Marquis Bolden picks up the ball, and a defensive foul is called. 89. Now on the court, so Rashawn Davis gets his second and his 5th team foul. And the Blue Devils will sideline the ball and switch it to Alex O'Connell. O'Connell will look up and pass it back to Bolden. Bolden moves over to Zion Williams, who must shoot. 37, that's good. Zion proving to be a bit of a difference at the moment. The score is now 19-17 to Carolina, North Carolina. Start with Guerra. Guerra passes over to Rashawn Davis, and Rashawn Davis then switches back to Guerra, who must shoot. 18, that's going to be well inside, and so John Guerra gets his first shot and his first points to give North Carolina a 21-17 lead. Zion passes the ball to Bolden, who drives and shoots, and 63 is good, but it's going to be missed because the 5 will bring it back. Foul by his PD if the shooting FD is 9 or greater, which it is. So Rashawn Davis fouls him. That's the third foul by Rashawn Davis, and it is in the act of shooting, therefore Bolden will go. The shot won't count, but he'll get 2 free throws. So we're looking at 72, so 72 exactly, and 92 he gets the first one and misses the second, so the rebound off that. If I did it like that, turn them round, then I can put them there. You can see both decks there. Highest PF, add 3 to the defense, so that's 32 against 31, so it's a defensive rebound. And he passes to Guerra. Guerra then switches to Perkins. 2 minutes is up there, and Perkins will move it to the short forward Blount, who will shoot. 32. So 22 minus 5 is 17, plus 2 is 19. So we're going to take 19 off. So it's 39. And so it's a good shot. Blount, Yuri Blount gets the basket. And a timeout will be called by Duke. Randy Miller will come back in. Jack White can come back in too. So here we go. Ball is inbounded by the Blue Devils, and the ball goes to the point guard Trey Jones, and he's fouled. 82. He's not on court, so Perkins is the player who fouls, and so Trey Jones will go for a one-on-one. So his free throw attempt is 76. It's a 66. So the first one is good. So he picks up his bonus free throw. 69 is also good. So 23-20. North Carolina have the ball. Switched out to the shooting guard, who will shoot. Randy Miller, and the shot is good. At 25-20. And defensive foul 75. No, so Randy Miller picks up the foul. That's his second. The 8th for North Carolina Central, and so RJ Barrett will go for a one-on-one. We're looking at 66, and he misses the first one. Defensive small forward Blount gets a fast break 4 on a D, and the point guard Perkins scores his first shot of the game and his first basket. 27-20. Comes back to Trey Jones, passes over to Bolden. Bolden looks up and passes back to Trey Jones, and Trey Jones then passes it back to Bolden, who will shoot, and he will miss. That's his first shot of the game from open court. The rebound is the highest offensive rebound, which will be Zion Williamson. He passes it over to Barrett. Barrett then sends it over to Tre Jones, and Tre Jones then drops it into Zion Williamson, who must shoot. 88, that is a miss. And the rebound is the high center with 2 out of 2. The defense, so Rashawn Davis takes it for North Carolina Central. Yuri Blount has it. Switches it to the power forward Douglas, who will shoot. 16 is good. 29-20. Power forward takes it and he drives in. Williamson drives in and he sticks it in the basket. So Zion Williamson hits his 6th basket. Shooting guard Randy Miller looks up and passes to Zachary Douglas, who then drives into the basket and he scores. Foul by the center if the FD is greater than 2, and it is, so Marcus Bolden also fouls, and so Zachary Douglas will get an extra free throw attempt. 68, and he gets it. (32-22). Point guard Tre Douglas has the ball. Switches it over to Zion Williamson. And there's a defensive foul. 73. Not on court, so Zachary Douglas picks up his first, and Williamson will go for a 1-on-1. First one is good. So he steps up, bounces the ball 3 times, shoots, and it hits the ring, comes back. Loose ball foul on the defense. (23). Yep, Zachary Douglas gets the loose ball foul, and we're in the double penalty now. So Zion Williamson will get 2 free throws this time. First one is good. Second one is missed. And the defensive power forward Douglas gets the fast break. 1. Point guard picks up the pass and Perkins scores. So 34-24. And the Blue Devils are coming up the court. Marcus Bolden has the ball. Passes to Zion Williamson. And there's a double dribble. And the defense take over. So North Carolina Central, the Eagles now. Point guard Perkins brings it up the court and drives in and he shoots. 74 is a miss. And the rebound is going to be to the offense. It's an out of bounds off a defender. I pass this to the shooting guard who will shoot. So that's 9. That's not enough. So Randy Miller shoots at the buzzer and misses. And so the first half is finished. And they score North Carolina Central 34, Duke 24. So we'll be back with another video of the second half very shortly.